first new player that the Browns signed during the NFL's legal tampering period is defensive end Ogbonnia Okoronkwo. He most recently played for the Houston Texans, but spent 3 years with the Rams prior to that. Ogbonnia will be providing some much-needed depth on the defensive line to play opposite of Myles Garrett. With Jadeveon Clowney gone, there will be a rotating group of players taking snaps in his place, including Alex Wright, Isaiah Thomas, and now Okoronkwo. In 2022, he recorded 44 total tackles, 9 tackles for loss, and 5 sacks. He will fit really well into Schwartz's defense as he possesses great athleticism and is known for his excellent pass rushing abilities. In 2022, he had the 3rd highest pressure rate in the league, which gives the Browns 2 of the top 5 pressure rate leaders in the NFL, the other being Myles Garrett. His 3-year deal is worth up to $22 million and has $12.5 million guaranteed. This is a pretty good deal for the Browns as they are getting a 27-year-old guy who is coming off of his best and most productive season so far in his career. While the Browns continue to develop all of the young guys at the position that they took last year in later rounds in the draft, it will be really beneficial to have someone who can come in and make an immediate impact at the position. One of Okoronkwo's 5 sacks in 2022 actually came against the Browns in Week 13 when he was able to get to Deshaun Watson on 3rd and 5 and force the Browns to punt. This is one of many examples showing how he excels at getting pressure on the quarterback. The Browns certainly want to see many more of these moments with him on their squad now. At the very end of the first day of legal tampering, the Browns signed defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson. He played 4 years with the New York Giants and most recently spent 2 years with the Vikings. Defensive tackle is clearly the Browns' biggest need this offseason, so making this move is a great step in addressing the concerns at this position. One thing that Tomlinson does extremely well is use his strength and power to stop the run. Teams averaged 135 yards rushing per game against the Browns last season, and a big part of that was due to the undersized defensive tackles not being able to stop the run. Dalvin's 6'3", 325-pound stature should definitely help in addressing this issue. He is an immediate upgrade for the Browns on the interior and will be able to make an impact right away. He uses his size and power to overwhelm opposing offensive linemen. In 2022, the Browns' defensive tackles were consistently getting pushed back by opposing linemen and weren't able to create a lot of pressure because of this. With a little more talent at the position, the rest of the defensive line and the linebackers will all benefit. After a lot of teams struggled to defend the run last season, the defensive tackle free agent market was a lot more expensive this offseason. Some of the pricier defensive tackle contracts, like Javon Hargrave's 4-year, $84 million contract with $40 million guaranteed, was probably a little bit out of the range that the Browns were willing to spend on a defensive tackle. So Tomlinson's 4-year, $57 million contract with $27.5 million guaranteed made a lot of sense and makes him a great fit for this team.